Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Akatasim Ground Language Theatre. It is a YouTube channel where languages are discussed. Today, we are going to look at the discussion on Kana. Kana is one of the languages in Ogoni. Ogoni is a nationality in Rivers State. In Ogoni, 5 languages exist, and the languages are Kana, Gokana, Te, Eneme, and Bangoe. These 5 languages exist in Ogoni. Then on this channel, other languages in Rivers State, as well as the languages that exist in this country, Nigeria, are discussed. We also discuss languages like English, French, and Chinese on this platform. So I want you to go there to subscribe and share the videos from there, and then drop your comments. You can ask your questions. My name is Dr. Sondom Owen Akata. You are welcome. Now, today we are going to consider the function of a letter in Kana alphabet. The function of a letter. The letter whose function we want to consider today is A, letter A in the alphabet of Kana. In Kana, this letter is produced as A. So let us take a look at the functions of this letter in the alphabet of the language. Now, I treated in our previous video that Kana has 22 letters, and A is the first letter in the alphabet. So let us look at the functions of this letter, and it is used as a letter, that is the first function, then as a word, as a clitic. It functions as a clitic, then it also functions as a suffix, and then as a prefix. Let me repeat. The letter A in Kana functions as a letter, as a word, as a clitic, as a suffix, and as a prefix. Let us look at them one after the other. Now, the letter A is the first letter in Kana alphabet. It is used in combination. It exists in combination with other letters to form words in the language. It can exist word initial position, word medial position, and word final position. It accepts any of the tones in Kana phonology. We have 3 tones that are three basic tones in Kana phonology. The letter A accepts any of these 3 tones. It also accepts Tide. Tide is what you call a nasal diacritic. Nasal diacritic. Look at it like that. Look at it there. It exists as in that round brackets. It's called Tide. It's the nasal feature that you put on a syllable. So it accepts it as well. Now, so it exists as a letter. Now let me show you this one. Take a look at the word Lekara. Lekara. In the word Lekara, it is the name of a person in the Kana. Then the letter A and other letters are used to spell that word Lekara. So now let me show you another instance. You now see this one, which is Ba. Ba means day in Kana. The word ba with a low tone is spelled with a, ba, and a low tone is placed on the letter a, and you pronounce it as ba. The meaning is they in Kana. So you can now say with me that the letter A is used with other letters to spell words or certain words in Kana. And then let us move on to other functions of A. Now let us take a look at this one. A in Kana functions as a future time marker. Future time marker. Then you can look at the sentence there. A, wu, to. In this case, the letter A, functioning as a future time marker, must carry a high tone on it. Lekara, a, wu, to means Lekara will build a house. Now, some people may argue that the letter A, which I describe as a future time marker, is a tense marker. The question is, what is a tense? What is tense? Then tense to me is the form of a verb. Form of a verb that relates to a moment in time. The form of a verb that relates to time. And so in English, for example, you have the tense markers including s and ed. When you add ed to a word in English, you attach ed to a word. For example, you have the word kill and you attach ed to it, it becomes killed. In that case, the word killed operates in past tense form. But in this case of the letter A as future time marker, it is existing as an independent word with word boundaries before and after it. So it exists as an independent word. So it is not a tense marker. It is a future time marker. Then you now look at the sentence Lekara a wu to. Now, in the example that I presented, you take a look at the first sentence in Kana in bold letters, Lekara a wu to. Then you now see the second sentence in Kana. Then that second sentence in this example is the transliteration. It gives you the word to word equivalent. The meaning, the word, the sentence in Kana, which is the first one, and the meaning equivalent of each one is presented in the middle sentence. That middle sentence may not be correct in either Kana or English, but it portrays the word-to-word meaning of what is given in Kana. But the last sentence, which is in the slanted, is correct in English. Nekara will build a house, and that is the translation of the first sentence. The middle one is a transliteration of the sentence in Kana. Here we go to the second function of the letter A. It is a proximal locative marker. Proximal locative marker. The implication here is that when you use the letter A with a mid-tone this time, it means that what you are referring to is closer to you, is close by or closer to you. For example, look at the sentence, yeah. In the translation, you have look him, her, here. Look him, her, here, which is a direct equivalent of the meaning of each word that is in the first sentence. A direct meaning equivalent of each word that is in the first sentence there. which is the first sentence in Kana. Yeah, the meaning being look him or her here, locative marker. Then the translation is please look at him or her here. So you can now see that the letter A with a midtone functions as a proximal locative marker. Then, ladies and gentlemen, let us go to the next function of the letter A. The letter A, ladies and gentlemen, also functions as an object pronoun and the second person pronoun, this in this case, and the second pronoun person pronoun you, meaning you in Kana. It functions, the letter A with a midtone also functions as a pronoun and the second person pronoun in the object position, which is you. And then you can use it to make such sentences as bakwe a, meaning they called you. People who are from Yonkuru often use O in that position of A. And then they will make such sentences as bakwe o. But the rest of the speakers of Kana will say bakwe a. And then bakwe a is popular amongst the people who speak Kana. But for Nyonkuru people, they often use bakwe o in the position of a there. So then the next function of the letter A is that it is a possessive pronoun. It is a possessive pronoun. Now, let us look at the meaning again. And the possessive pronoun I'm referring to here is you are. You are. And then when you make use of the letter A with a midtone, you're able to make such sentences as su ba a noa. Su ba a noa. Meaning, please bring your hand. Please bring your hand. Ladies and gentlemen, let us look at the next function. A also functions as a demonstrative pronoun, and the meaning being this, demonstrative pronoun, and the meaning being this. And then you are able to make such sentences as neya, we do ibeng, neya, we do ibeng, meaning this person used to practice witchcraft. This person used to practice witchcraft. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the next function of the letter A with a midtone. Now, it functions as putative marker. Putative marker there meaning should, which means should. Putative marker. Now, you are able to make such sentences as nekara a bonge lote, nekara a bonge lote, which means should nekara break the stick, should nekara break the stick. Then a as a putative marker can also be used as a suffix, can also come as a suffix. Then when the a comes as a suffix to denote the notion of the putative notion, to denote putative notion, then a will come as a suffix. In this case, you are able to make such sentences as igbianwa, igbianwa, meaning you all should look for them. You all should look for them. You can also look at the last sentence on this page. Bui lu, bui balu, bui balu, meaning you all should unite together and come, or you all should come together. Bui balu. So the last letter of the word ba, that second A is what we are interested in this context. Ladies and gentlemen, here is another function of the letter A. The letter A also functions as a subject pronoun, as a what? A subject pronoun, and then in a singular form, and you have it to be the mean he, she, or it. In this case, the letter A must carry a low tone for you to make such sentences as abungpa. Abungpa meaning he or she read a book. He or she read a book. Now, I have pointed out, ladies and gentlemen, that the letter A can function as a letter, can function as a suffix, and can function as a word. Let me show you when the letter functions as a critic. Take a look at it here. A critic, as you can see, is a linguistic form that does not have freedom, but is often attached to other words, attached to a particular word, and then the pronunciation of the where it is attached to will be given alongside of the pronunciation of the critic. So you can have enclitic and procritic, enclitic and procritic in English. So let us look at the one that we find in Kana. In this case, a means where. It is an enclitic. It means where in Kana. And it is an interrogative item, meaning where in Kana. It's an enclitic. Then look at the sentence there. You have overseer. Overseer. It means where are you going? You can also make such sentences as olea, meaning where are you? So, ladies and gentlemen, now let us look at the next function of the letter A with a low tone. It functions as a perfective marker. In Kenkana, sometimes they use A. Now let us look at the sentence there. Netam a dea zia. You now say the perfective marker a. And then when you have the perfective marker a after the subject of the sentence, that is before the verb, then that perfective marker a must trigger another perfective form after the verb. And in this case, the perfective form after the verb must occur as a suffix. Netam Deazia. What kind of people will use the perfective marker before the verb to be a. And you can say Netam a Deazia. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the discussion of the moment. And then this is part 1 of the functions of the letter A. That is the letter A, the functions of letter A, part 1. Has been have been given to you. The functions of the letter A, part 1, have been given to you. Then we are going to look at other functions of the letter A in our next video. So please go there, go to the channel Akatazin Grand Language Theatre YouTube channel and subscribe and enjoy other videos. Thank you so much.